Okay, this is going to be hard to believe, but I actually got this thing right on the first pulley I removed. That's the one right here. Goes to the water pump on power steering down there. There, power steering. The way you take off that belt is there's that one of those push. Let's see. Down here you can see this thing. And from when I first looked at it, I thought I would screw it to the right to loosen it, but it's actually opposite. I think it must have reverse threads inside that piece there where the nut goes, where the bolt goes through. So you turn it counterclockwise, it releases the tension on that pulley there. And there's a nut right behind here. Just loosen that. And then you can back that screw out as much as you need to get that belt off. So that sound that it was making is actually the water pump. I'll spin it for you. I guess you can hear that. If I spin it backwards, it doesn't make a noise, except initially. So, I'm going to pull that sucker off there. So I got to figure out how to do that first, and then I'll get back. Okay, now to get access to the water pump, or better access, it's recommended to take off the left or the right front tire, and then this panel here. There's two 10mm nuts up there, and then we've got these little clips here like this, and in the front there too. And those come off real easy. All you do is pry this out a little bit like that, pop it out. Screwdriver, one of these, does the trick. Be right back. Alright, that came off real easy, so now I have better access up here to all these pulleys and stuff. And you can see the routing, and the one belt goes around the crank on the outside. They got two different step down pulleys. And power steering pump and water pump. You can hear it. Now, because I didn't know that it was the water pump, I had to take the belt off, and so it makes it a little bit harder to get off these four nuts on the outside to get the pulley off. So what you can do is just lock it up with a pair of vice grips or something, or stick a screwdriver in there. Wedge it up however you can so it won't move, and then you can just pop it off. So once you get that pulley off, I think there's supposed to be seven bolts. Probably these ones here that go back in there. Now I'm not going to tape all this or film it for you because there's other stuff on there that show you how to do it already. And mainly this was just for the tip about the noise, so you can see what it sounded like. You know, this car only had 35,000 miles on it too, and water pump is bad. Come on, Nissan, that's ridiculous. So if your Nissan Sentra is making that kind of noise, you can maybe compare it, and maybe that can give you a better idea what the noise is. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope this helps you. Yep, I'm back because I ran into a little problem. And the problem is getting this last bolt out of the water pump right here. And you can't get to it because this idler pulley is in the way. Anyways, you'll see how that goes in there. It sits in there. See those two bolt holes? Ah! Got coolant all over everything. Yeah, the two bolt holes just go right there. And so those are 14 millimeters. Yeah, 14 millimeter heads on them. So take those off and don't mess around with this adjustment here. That's 8 millimeter. You can adjust that, but you can't adjust it until you loosen up this nut on the pulley, because that locks it into place. You probably could move it a little bit, but it's not going to go much. So just take off those two bolts and just pull the whole thing off. And then you can get that belt off and play around with that afterwards. And let's see, one more thing. On the water pump, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 are all the same length, and you can see that these are down farther, so they don't take as long a bolts. So you got 3 shorter bolts, they go there. The other 4 go up there. They're all the same size. And this came with a gasket, so I'm going to put some sealer on both sides of the gasket, put it back on, and that should be it. Okay, now I'm really gone.